get it. So I'm just doing some nose touches to start. Ready? Good girl. Get it. I'm tossing the cookie so she comes back to the toy with a bit of force. Good girl, ready? Ready, ready, ready? Yay, good girl. And I'm gonna do this until I see her coming back knowing what she's supposed to do here. Nice, that she grabbed it that time, that was perfect. Good girl, get it. Good girl. You ready? You ready? Good, nice job. Get it. Ready? Ready, ready, ready? Yay, nice job. Good job, get it. Now I want to start lowering it to the floor, so I'll take a break for a second. So in the beginning, I handed her the toy and she was like, I don't really know what's going on here. You just put chicken in your pocket. I'd rather have the chicken. I don't care about the toy, right? Yeah, don't eat the chicken in the pocket. So I was having her just do nose bumps to the toy, marking her for contact. Then she was coming out back a little more enthusiastically. At one point, she took it in her mouth. She was like, oh, something to do with this toy. I'm really happy to do this. So then I was clicking her only if she took it in her mouth. Once we got that, she's telling me, I understand this is a game we're playing, and it's something to do with this toy and me grabbing it. Then I can say, right now I'm gonna start putting it closer to the floor. If you start with it on the floor, especially if she knew I had chicken in my pocket, she'd probably look at the toy and look at me, right? So I'm gonna gradually get it lower to the floor. Ready? Kip. Ready, good girl, ready? Good. So you can see how the grabbing went away after I lowered it. It's a different thing. Ready, 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 ready? Ready, 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 ready? Good. Ready? Ready? Yay, nice job. I'm not gonna put a cue on it because there is no cue. I'm just trying to get her enthusiastic. Good girl, kiddo. Let's go, go, go. Good girl. Good. Ready, 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 ready. Yeah, good girl. Good girl, go get it. Ready? Good girl. Good job. Ready? Get it. Good girl, ready? Get it. Find it. Find it. Over there. Find it. She's convinced. There she is. Good girl. Take it. You ready? Good girl. Yeah, good girl. So now I'm waiting for not only in her mouth, but picking it up. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. Yeah, nice job. Get it. Good girl. Ready? Ready, ready, ready? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, very nice. So let her think. Right? She doesn't, I'm not going to give it to her if she was picking it up off the floor. I'm not going to give it to her for just mouthing it. Good girl, nice job. And notice when she first got to grab it off the floor, she didn't want to run around and play with it. And now, she's not. Good girl. Good job. That was excellent. Get it, now she's kind of working, right? Good girl. Good. Good. Good job, eat your cookies. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, nice job. Very good, go get it. Good job. Ready? Finish chew, ready? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I think she's got the food in her mouth still. Good girl. Good girl. up. You notice the difference? So you're gonna set some criteria, what you're willing to mark for. I was almost ready to pick it up and drop it again. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Yeah, nice job. Very good. Get it. Good girl. Good. Probably getting a little tired. Yeah, good job. So that I was giving her, even though she didn't totally pick it up off the floor, because you could tell, right, that she was tired. Yep. Okay, so pause for a second. That was fun. That was fun, yeah. Okay, so that's shaping. We basically have this desired behavior, which is that she picks a toy up and on the floor, because that's where the toys are going to be, right? We eventually want to put this on cue, go get your toy, but we don't want to go saying that until, what do you use for the bottle and the coming in stuff? Do you use where's your toy, where's your toy?
No, we basically just give it to her. She's interested in it if it's in my hand.
Okay, so there's no cue.
No cue.
So we can call this, when she's ready, get your toy.
Okay.
I don't really care which one, right? Just get it in her mouth. So until we have her knowing precisely what she's supposed to do when she gets there and there's a toy, we're not going to call it anything. Because I could have said, oh, look, she's done really well. When she came back that last time, I'm going to tell her to get her toy, and she would have laid down and looked at me. I would have messed up that cue. So we're not going to risk saying get your toy until we're absolutely 100% sure she's going to do it. And the time before her lying down and staring at me, she was kind of futzing with it a bit. It took her a while to actually pick it up. So I could have probably ended the session there, but I went one more time, and that last time told me she's done with this game right now, so we'd finish it. So this is an armchair game. You guys can be sitting down anywhere doing it. You have to be paying attention to her, right? Because you're watching her behavior and marking her. And you're determining, there's no rule, after 5 times you only click her for picking it up. It really depends on her. If you see her picking it up a lot, click her for picking it up, and then if one time she does what she did with me and she just kind of noozing, or I guess it was the last time when she laid down, then she finally went and grabbed it, but she didn't pick it up. I just clicked her for putting the bloody thing in her mouth. So you're going to be flexible. You're going to set criteria, but you're going to adjust them based on what you're getting from her behaviorally. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So super fun game. The only thing that's not coming out of your mouth is get your toy. You know, good girl, well done. You could pick it up, you could shake it, you could drop it, you could tap it, right, to kind of increase her enthusiasm to do something with it. But you're not going to cue her. Because once you cue her, you have an assumption she's going to know what to do, and she's going to then get your toy means lie down and stare at you. Okay.
If she throws the behavior, because I suspect she already does.
You can capture it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So,
anytime, if you're around and you see her running and picking up a toy, either verbal marker or clicker, and then toss her a cookie.
Okay.
Important to pay attention. When she does it herself, it's probably because she wants to institute a game with toys. The very first time she actually picked that thing up, she was about to head off with it. You could see she was shaking her head and she was chomping on it, and she was like, oh, I like this thing. I'm going to go do my own thing with it. That was not in my plan because I want her to pick that up for me and with me. So when you see her pick the thing up on her own, you might have those. I actually tossed 2 cookies that time, right? I tossed her one, and then I tossed another. I didn't want to have a race about who's going to get that toy faster, because her focus in that moment was more on the toy than me. So when she picks up one of her own toys spontaneously, in her head is going to be, I want to play with the toy. When you capture her the first few times, she's probably not going to really register the click, right? So you're going to still click, step in there and say, yay, get your cookie. And she might be like, wait a minute, this has never happened before here. What do I want to do? And just throw a bunch of cookies. And just help her get over that hump, right? Because in her life, in her house, she picks up a toy and she brings it to you and you play. no one pays her for it.
No,
So we need her to help her realize that occasionally when she picks up a toy, someone's gonna click and treat her, and she should drop the toy to get the treat. And then she'll probably pick the toy up again. Once we have it on cue, you don't have to click her when she spontaneously picks toys up. She can do it her whole life, and we don't have to care about it. But capturing the naturally occurring behavior is a speedy way of getting it faster.
Okay.
But she did this pretty well. You know, I would say I probably did like 10 tosses before she, excuse me, before she was like, brain overload. I need to take a little mental break here. So, you know, think you might do it 20 times a day, 5 rotations, and then put the toy away. Or leave the toy out, or doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's going to be a way of